Well, hey, how y'all doing out there today? Listen, many of us go through this life from birth, um, feeling like we don't fit in, feeling like we're different from everybody else. And as we go from basically birth to where you are today in your life, some of us have really learned to act like different things, just different kind of people almost. But all this time, there's something inside of us that tells us, man, we're not like them, or I'm not as cool as that guy, or I don't make as much money as this person, or this sibling gets away with this, or my sister's doing so much better than me, or all these things that seem to be geared against us. And I was just talking with my sweetie about this, and where our subject matter is personal, and we both had similar upbringings, similar lives. So when we talk about these things, it's so good to have somebody that understands. Uh, but I told her that this was also something that I'd been thinking about, basically my adult conscious life, is why I don't fit in, why I don't fit in, and because she's very similar in this. Um, we're able to talk about it and figure this out. And I just want to tell you how I look at it, and I'll try to keep this in my own life, and maybe you can just kind of do the math and put yourself and change out my position and put your position and think about your own life. But I was the black sheep of the family and the only boy, and that's a big difference right there, just to be the only boy. But you kind of got to look at your family unit and what you were born in. Your siblings, your parents, they see everything about you, from your first crappy diaper to your worst grade you ever get in school, to possibly catching you during alone time or anything. They've seen everything bad as well as good about you, so they know a lot about you. But that's your family, and you kind of. It also reminds me, the family unit reminds me of the Native American totem pole, or even in a lot of indigenous people, a lot of natural people. They have these totem poles, and there's always the person at the bottom of the totem pole, and there's always the person at the top. And a lot of us feel like we're at the bottom of this totem pole, whether it's with our family, whether it was while we were in school, whether it was at our church or our social gathering places, whether it was in the workforce, just life in general. And we always feel like the outcast. We feel like we don't fit in. Um, we feel different, and we're getting along with them. We're making money, we're working, we're getting good grades, we're doing like the system says, but we still feel different. Or we looked at it and we said, no, this ain't me, like me. And that's, like I said, I'll keep this personal. um, I could hardly stay in a classroom. I was pretty hard to deal with in school. I never thought it was right. I The church lied to me. They told me there was a blue-eyed Jesus that loved little children, well, he didn't love this little child. And I felt like I was, no, everybody looked down on me because I would question things and I would ask things. I wasn't like them. Well, before I go any further, I just want to let y'all in on a little secret. All right. Everybody feels this way. Everybody, every single one of you feel this way. You feel like you don't fit in. Even the people you look at that you're trying to fit in with, and they all seem that they're fitting in, they're not fitting in. They don't think they're fitting in. They're just better actors than you are. They're not being who they are. They're trying to reach the top of the totem pole. They're trying to look at an example of somebody else or something else, another belief system, another political system, another religious system, social, cultural differences, any of that. And they're trying to, and they see that as the top. So I'm going to use the totem as the example. We got a totem pole for our family, and you felt like you were low or high on that. There's always the brother that could do no wrong, or the sister that everything she did was golden and everything you did seemed to be crap. Then we had the totem. We get up to about 5, and we take in all these natural things: our touch, our feel, our senses, what color blue is, all these things. But we also start learning right and wrong, good and bad, what's acceptable and not acceptable. And this gets instilled to us till we're about around the ages of 12 or so. Then we know right and wrong. We know good from bad. We know what we've been taught, but only by that family unit, only by that school, only by that church, only by that town. You see what I'm getting at now? Only by that community. You got a family totem pole You have a school totem pole. You have a church totem pole. You have a town totem pole. You have a neighborhood totem pole. All these totems, all these things to be examples of to the workforce totem pole. It's who makes the most money, who makes the best part, who does their job the best. All these totems, and a lot of us, especially the people I'm talking to out here, nobody's ever going to get to be on the top of the totem pole. It's an example. It's an idea. It's an opinion. It's a law or a rule or a structure. It's not, or it's a person that you're trying to be that ain't you. So all those people that you think are fitting in, they're not fitting in. They're just better actors. They're trying to be something they are not. This is where your depression comes from. This is why you feel like an outcast. This is why you feel different and you don't want to do certain social things, because you're trying to be something you are not. They are succeeding at it, seemingly. But I bet you in their private moments, when nobody else is around, when the totem pole only has one figure on it, and that's you, when it's only you and it's your thoughts, when nobody else can see you, nobody else can hear you, what do you do then? See, that's who you are. That's who you should strive to be. That's who you should be all the time. Then you'll never feel different, because you're you. When you realize that you are unique, that you are the only one that sees things your way, that sees things through your eyes, that smell, taste, hears, senses, everything is only your perception, then you realize that not only are you different, you're the same. You're the same you. You are the top of your totem. You try by all these examples. You tried to please the mom and dad. You tried to please the preacher. You tried to please the teacher. You tried to please all these people, the police, the judge, everybody out there but yourself. You deny who you are to be something on a fake illusion of life. There is no guidebook to life, guys. I don't know how to tell you this, and that's a wonderful thing. You write that book. You create that totem. You live by the example of you, who you are. There ain't nothing wrong with you. There is something wrong with being compared to other people. There's something wrong to being compared to standards that you find insane. But insanity is just like art. It's viewed in the eye of the beholder. So let me tell you something. It might be your family that you'll never feel good enough for, or the outcast on. It may be your town. It may be your job. But the one time in my life that I really first felt accepted for who I am, to be honest, and as sad as this is, was when I was 51 years old and I walked the Appalachian Trail. Well, the first half of it, all the way up to West Virginia, from Georgia to West Virginia. All those people were just like me. They were searching. They wasn't judgmental. They were brothers and sisters. They loved the mother. They loved themselves. They wanted to get away and escape the false illusion that was keeping them down. They knew that inside of them was the answer to all their problems. Sure, there are external forces that will keep you down. We have major things coming up with the planet. We have toxic, not only the things that we take into our bodies, just the whole system itself, just toxic ideas, toxic things we follow, things that we think are this and that. And we have forgotten because of group thinking. You think you're the black sheep. You're not the black sheep of the family. You're not the black sheep of the workforce. You're not the black sheep of the church. You're not the black sheep of your town. You're not a fucking sheep. Ha! Get it now? You ain't a sheep. And you've been told you were a sheep, and you were told if you went this certain way and you just right, that you would get everything at the end of this rainbow. There is no rainbow. There is no promise of doing good. There is no gold star. What the fuck is a gold star? Who are you? That's what I want to know. And that's what you need to know. And then these things, they may not disappear, because you will find out that if you go out into the world, you'll find out that the very people that kept you down, that you were trying to be like this family, you were trying to be like this group of people, you were trying to be like this church or these people at work, you'll go somewhere else and find out that people will accept you. Not only will they accept you, they'll be happy to know that they're not weird, that they're okay to be them. That all along, if we were all being who we were and not trying to find these examples of life and success and what means what and good and bad, Yes, there is right and wrong. And we've even had that twisted from the group mentality, from being the sheep, from being the white sheep, the good sheep, the sheep that baaed the best, the sheep that just did everything it was told, that walked up to the man to be sheared. That's what you want to be. That's your standard of life. That's your standard of success. That's your standard of living. Anti-life, death, servitude, slavery. Is that who you are? Oh, yeah, it gets a little deep. But the thing is, all the people that seen all the bad things in your life that could ever say anything bad about you, and you let that part keep you down as well. And some of those things may have been bad. Some of those things may have been pretty awful. You don't want anybody else to know. Those people know this about you. Well, guess what? Life is a constant path. It's a constant state of evolution. It's a constant state of growing. Your body may quit growing, but your spirit, oh my goodness, y'all, your spirit never quits growing. Your soul never quits blooming. Your thought process never quits expanding and getting larger and bigger. Don't stop with your body. Oh, hell no. You get rid of this meat suit for too long, you'll see what the hell I'm talking about. No, they saw you growing. They saw you evolving. They saw the chips away at that diamond. You see what I'm getting at now? So yeah, they know certain things, but do they know who you are today? Who are you today? So I'm going to ask you, like I always ask you, I want you to go to that mirror and look in that mirror and ask yourself, who the fuck am I? Who am I? Who am I really? Am I me? Am I doing what I want? Am I doing what I feel is right or wrong? Am I on my own totem? Am I my own person? Or am I trying to emulate somebody? Am I trying to be as good as this guy? Am I trying to be like this woman? Am I trying to be like these people? Do I want acceptance from them, or do I want acceptance from my very own self? I want to accept myself. I want to love myself, because I know without that, I can't accept none of y'all, and I damn sure can't love you, much less like you. You got to get right with you. You have to be you. Please be you. The solution to all of our problems is just to live our lives, but you can't live your life until you're being yourself. You can't love and appreciate the very planet that gives us life, our Mother Earth. You can't even love and respect her until you love and respect yourself. That's why things got bad. That's why we're in the toxic state we're in now. That's why we don't do anything about our water being poisoned and our food being fake, and they're making weird animals and other species are dying. Whole states are fucking flooded, tornadoes run rampant. But no, man, I'm going to be like somebody else. No, we got to go back to being us. You got to love yourself. You have to respect who you are, not the position on the totem pole, not the successful people you see. There are no successful people. Nobody fits in. They are good actors, period. They're just good actors. Are you an actor? No. You're a brother. You're a sister. You're somebody. You are you, the most unique, individual, amazing, wonderful person you will ever meet. You will look in that mirror when you are asking, who are you? When you get the answer, be you. Fail, stumble, fall down, bust your ass, but grow. Don't stop at some top of a totem pole you'll never reach. No, you keep growing every day. You make mistakes every day. You have victories every day. You love every day. You look forward to the next day. Everything around you is an illusion and meant to keep you down. But as both Jesus and Buddha said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. So use your mind to find out who you are and become that again. Because you know what? Somewhere from the time you was born up until about the time you was about 4 or 5 years old, that's when you were you. Because that's all you knew how to be instinctively. Find that instinct. Find that child. And dance with that child. Grab that child and dance with it till you fall down. And get back up and dance again. That's all you'll ever have is this moment in life. And I don't want you to spend this moment in life thinking you're lesser than somebody. when you're the most amazing person you'll ever meet. Go look in the mirror at the most amazing person you'll ever meet. They'll be staring right back at you. Think about that. Love yourself so you can love your planet and love your brother. We've lost the love because we don't love ourselves. We're trying to be something we can never be, and it was designed to keep you this way. Mental slavery is still slavery. To quit being a slave. Break those damn chains. Walk away. Don't run away from the plantation. Walk away from it shaking your ass, because you are you. You will only be you, but you will always be you. And when you see that as amazing and wonderful, that nobody else can be you, nobody can be at the top of your totem pole because you ain't got one. There you go. I love y'all. I want you to really think about this today, because I really see this. I've been telling you all along, you have to love yourself. But the things keeping you down are an illusion. They're all kind of different things. The more socially involved you get with other people, the more different churches you go to, the more doctors you kiss up to, or police you bow down to, or people you elect, you just make little bitty different actors of your own self. Well, I'm going to be this Bill today. I'm going to be this Bill today. I got to be this Bill around my mama. I got to be this Bill around my uncle. Well, goddamn, I'm going to be Bill. And if you don't like it, well, oh well, because you can't be you. That's why you don't like it. Think about that. That's why people don't like you, because you're not being like them. You're not buying like them. You don't dress like them. You don't look like them. You don't smell like them. You don't fear like them. And you don't live like them because they don't live. They exist for something else. That's fucking deep. I love y'all. I just want you happy. Maybe so I can be happy and walk away from it and go be happy myself. But I am happy. I'm happy that I have a beautiful soul I can talk to, and that she can talk to me, and that we found understandings in the tragedies of our lives. The very things that keep us down, we found out they were illusions. They never mattered. And here we are, and we evolved together. But even if you don't got that, even if it's just you, especially if it's just you, because it's all, no matter what, there's going to come a time when it is just you. It's always you, 24/7, that you got to deal with yourself. Find you, talk to yourself. There ain't nothing wrong with talking to yourself. Shout out to the universe every once in a while. Who am I? Who are you, brother? Who are you, sister? Because that's who I love. I'll tell you that. Not who you want to be, but who you are. I accept everything about y'all, and I respect y'all without opening my eyes, hearing your voice, just feeling your soul. That I've said it before, and I tell you right now, I bet you I'll feel your soul before I see or sense anything else about you. And that's a good thing to me now. It used to be a bad thing. That's a good thing to me now, because I'm beginning, and I have been, to see the good in everybody. But I see where the bad comes from. It comes from you trying to be something you ain't, and quit doing it. I love y'all. Peace. And by all means, don't live in fear. But go to that mirror, please. Go to that mirror today sometime. Just next time you get it back. I don't care. Wherever, walking down the hall, wherever there's a mirror, and just look in there. And the mirror is it's just symbolism. But look into your own eyes and say, who am I? And then go be that person. Figure it out. Don't live in fear.